G'day guys, Wayne and Judy here from Down Under. Today what we're going to look at is doing a job on a Singer dome top cover. So you can see here, you can see how chalky that is. So what this is this is called a sanding sponge. So it's just a sponge. This is 120. So we get down there with the sanding sponge, and because this has been out, and a lot of them will have it in this condition, the shellac is just crystallised. It's so much heat and so much weather that, as you can see, she's just coming off. So we go over the whole cabinet, or the whole top with that. Again, this Singer decal here, this will take that off. So whether you just want to go up to it very gently, and then when you go over it with steel wool later, but this is how some do it, and it will preserve a bit of it, but it's pretty delicate. So you can see with the sponge, and that's how you do it. So now we'll have a look at this one. So hopefully from that angle you can see the end, which you can. So we'll just zoom in a bit on this one. So we've just already given it one coat of pale boiled linseed oil and 000 steel wool. So this has all been taken back with the sponge, with the sanding sponge. So now all we do is just with this and just go over it, and you'll probably see this transform in front of your eyes. It's absolutely incredible. Again, wherever possible, go with the grain, but that's a standard thing. So we'll just do half of this. You can be relatively liberal with this, because this first coat, what's going to happen is this is just going to soak right in, because this timber or this veneer is extremely thirsty. We'll do a little bit down there so you can see what happens with this as well. So this pale boiled linseed oil, actually is linseed oil that's had an additive into it which allows it to dry like a tongue oil, or not high gloss, but a shiny finish. So you can see already, just with this small amount of work of what we've done here, you may not be able to see it, but because this is so dry, on the top here, it's almost corrugated. I'm not anticipating that this is going to fix that, but what it will do, it'll condition it, and hopefully it won't be brittle, or so you can already see just with such a short period of time. Usually put this on. Most people will use a larger piece of steel wool than me. I have been ridiculed for being a bit tight, but that's sort of like a trademark of mine. You don't use any more than you actually have to. Sometimes it's a little bit more effort, but So this is only one coat, and we'll just let that soak in, and then we'll have a close look at how the whole thing has come up when we've done this. I'll try and work a little bit quicker so we don't bore you so much, but you can see there's not a lot involved in it. There's not a lot of rocket science. A little bit of elbow grease possibly, but when you finish you've just got to make sure that there's no streaks left on it, because if there's any streaks, glistening streaks from the pale boiled oil, what will happen is it will dry like a piece of candy across the top of it, or a piece of toffee, and you don't want that. But if that is the case, you can just get there and sand it off, sand it back, and continue on again. So this one here, as you can see, we've now given it one coat, and what we'll do is I'll get the camera and we'll try and come in a little bit closer to see how this comes up. So I don't know if you can see, especially here, she's a little bit galvanised, a little bit up and down in there. I don't think it's going to restore that, but it certainly will condition it and make it not so brittle. So again, having a look at this, which is one of our favoured products. It's not the ideal, it's not the same as shellac. It's not French polishing, but it's pale boiled linseed oil and steel wool, and you can see the difference in just a short period of time. So we've actually done that by ourselves. So I will say that's Wayne and Judy wishing you luck. A little note, you can do about 4 or 5 coats on it, but after each coat you make sure you wipe all the excess pale boiled oil off, leave it for a couple of hours, and then come back and do another one. So this is Wayne and Judy from Down Under, showing you a simple, easy, basic way to clean your Singer dome top. Thank you very much and have a good day.